I was walking along the beach here this morning where I live, feeling extraordinarily fortunate to be situated where I am with what is occurring in the world right now. And I walked as I usually do. I walk and I listen. I listen to the pulse of the earth. I listen to the rhythm of humanity. I listen to the movements of the water, of the light, of the air, of the birds. I listen to subtle energies of other dimensions, and I walk in a very multidimensional world. I'm a very good listener, and with these changing events in the world, I realize it's time to become a teller and to speak and to share and to tell about the reality that I experience in hope that it may be easier for you to navigate in a wholly new reality, which we've been pretty much thrown right into the middle of here. And when I sense into the texture of this reality, it feels very different than, I'm going to call it, the old world that we are shedding like winter coats. And here in Canada, it's spring, and it's an extraordinary spring. And so, new realities and walking on the edge of a new reality. And what occurred to me today was, how do we walk into, how do we walk with, how do we walk immersed in a new reality? And the answer to my question is, well, we actually already are in a new reality, but we're still using our perception from the reality of last week, of last year, of last generation, of the last 500 years. And when I understand about perception and how historically we have perceived as humans in contrast, we perceive in duality, we perceive in light, and we perceive in dark, we perceive in good, we perceive in bad. And then there's a third aspect, which is the shadow, which is mostly unseen. I feel like what's happening now is our perception is being changed quite rapidly to be able to perceive light, to be light perceiving light. When we get a huge influx of light, the way things are is revealed very clearly. And so we are seeing things that have worked, sort of, for a long time, that have benefited some at the expense of most, are not working anymore. It's very clear. It's very evident. But let's get to the fun part of this, because there's something really exciting going on right now. And when I ask, like, what may I give my attention to? Because what I've noticed is that whatever I give my attention to becomes very amplified. So last week, I was pretty freaked out about what was going on in the world. And I sense a lot of fear, a lot of things in a pretty big way. And I realized that the more that I was focusing on fear through a lens of fear, I was amplifying that. And then I realized I had to be really self-responsible about what I'm giving my attention to. Because we actually, as so many people have been telling us for eons, we do create our reality with what we focus on, with what we think about, with how we feel, with the energetics of our very being as we move and engage with others and other versions of reality. So let's stay with the exciting part here today, which is how we can give our attention to what we love right now. And what I've been really moved by most deeply as I tune in and talk to my friends and people I know and all the amazing things being posted up on social media, is this extraordinary outpouring of creativity and humor and connection. And if I can give my attention more to that and how that feels good, then it amplifies. And so for me, what I look at every day is water, light, and sky. I look at the eastern horizon. I watch what is coming. I watch for what is emerging. And I've lived now for the past 3 years in locations on the Salish Sea facing east. I don't think this is a mistake in where I'm placed on the earth. And so I would invite you to think about where you are placed on the earth right now. It's no mistake where you are. That there's something right in front of you that's asking for your attention. And the other exciting thing about what's going on right now is the incredible diversity of what is compelling our attention, depending on where we're located. And the thing that's connecting all of our attentions really seems to be care for others, the well-being of others, and knowing that my care for you makes a difference. And when I stay attuned with the connection, with a point of contact between myself, the light, the lens of this camera, that I know that someone will be looking at this through this point of contact. That something really amazing is happening. That it's like the substance and the materials to create new ways of being, to create new structures of interconnectivity, new flows of sharing are readily available. And most of what I want to translate into words is really not that translatable into words. And so these long pauses of silence, and what I'm also noticing is a general capacity among humans to sense energy is becoming much more amplified also. And the capacity to communicate telepathically, holographically, to transmit my direct experience to you so that you may feel directly what it is that I am feeling. And I love to feel directly what you are feeling, because it enhances and enriches the wholeness of life that we are undeniably immersed in at this moment. And so enjoy the possibilities and do what feels good. And thank you for listening.